I hope you enjoyed today's video playlist. I think the zombie outdid himself once again with a fine selection that keeps you up to date with everything going on in the world of mixed martial arts. For today's abbreviated rant of the day, I just want to hit on the terrible PR that Jon Jones is doing, UFC light heavyweight champion, widely blamed, especially by UFC President Dana White, for pulling the plug on UFC 151, forcing the first cancellation of UFC numbered event in the 12 years Zuffa has owned the promotion. Wow. Yeah, Dana threw him in the grease, and Jon Jones since then has been backtracking, forward tracking, standing his ground, changing his mind, just doing everything basically that a PR professional would tell him not to do. He needs to get on a simple message and stay there. Say the same simple things over and over again until the message gets out. That message should be something like, look, I take the fights that's right for me and right for the fans. It's not fair to the fans, etc., etc. But unfortunately, you can only polish a turd so much, and the fact that Jones turned down Chael Sonnen at the last minute when there really was no reason to turn down the fight from his perspective. I can understand why he doesn't want to take a late notice opponent, etc., that he hasn't trained for, but Sonnen is a guy moving up in weight class with very little ways to win. I think Greg Jackson was overly cautious again, and Jones fell for it, but that's all visited ground. I think the key thing is that Jon Jones needs to get professional public relations advice. If he's going to be operating at the level of a major sport champion, he needs to have a major sport championship caliber PR team behind him. He let his publicist go, or his publicist fired him. That's, you got two sides of that story. I'm not going to get into who's right, who's wrong. John Fuller was the publicist in question. Now Jones is apparently freelancing, and as you can see from his appearances on ESPN, he is not putting the issue to rest. If anything, he's even less popular than he was 3 weeks ago when Dana White announced the UFC 151 cancellation and blamed Jones for it completely. Jones has just put out a lot of mixed messages. He didn't have a good story to tell in the first place, and he just keeps stepping on his tail. We'll be back tomorrow with more another edition of Your MMA of the Day and another rant, hopefully a longer one with more to say. I'm going to be live chatting with Bloody Elbow readers later this afternoon, so that's where my inspiration is being saved for. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one.